Hi everyone. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was having technical difficulties, which you all know is a regular occurrence for me. If you've watched any of my videos, they never seem to start on time or properly. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about something really important, and that is that belly fat is actually an external symptom of an internal problem. And it might kind of make you have to think differently about losing weight because the internal problem that causes belly fat is really the one thing that has to be dealt with before all others. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to lose it. So I'm going to share my screen and then we'll get started. Okay, here we go. So all of you guys are probably at a different place when it comes to weight loss. Some of you have lost weight dieting and then gained it back once or multiple times. Some of you are dieting and exercising consistently and not losing weight. And some of you are just deciding right now that you want to lose weight and take control of your health for the first time. So I just want to say that no matter where you are today, if you have belly fat, you're carrying extra weight, and you can't get rid of it, the exact same internal problem is what caused the weight gain in the first place. So it doesn't matter what your situation is, whether you've gained or lost and gained, whether you're exercising, eating while still not losing, that extra weight came from the exact same problem. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the internal problem that is responsible for the extra weight in your midsection. And I'm also going to spend some time talking about what you need to stop doing, and then I'll talk about what you need to do. Okay, hang on one second here. I'm just gonna look. Oh, the comments. Hi, Blair. Hi, Dave. So I'm going to give you a lot of good information. And if you really absorb what we're going to talk about today, you can take this information and definitely start implementing it on your own. There are definitely members in this group who have taken information from the free trainings and have really started to see good results. But the bottom line is really that you're not losing weight because you're not dealing with the root cause of the weight in the first place. So what I want you guys to pay attention to over the next 45 minutes is that you need to shift your thinking when it comes to weight loss. I can't obviously take, 10 years of experience as a holistic nutritionist and cram it into 45 minutes or an hour. But I really, what I try to do every week is give you the most important things to stop doing and also the most important things that you can start doing to start shifting things for you. So I'm going to tell you right now that this is probably going to transform the way you look at weight loss. It will likely go against the norm and what you think you should be doing to lose weight. It might also go against what your doctors told you um, to do when it comes to losing weight, what other nutritionists or dietitians or fitness pros say, and what your friends and family believe to be true, and probably what you believe to be true your whole life. But let's face it, if you were getting the results that you want, then you probably wouldn't be in this group or watching this training. So you're probably in one of three spots, and we'll go over these in a minute. But basically, you're either counting or restricting calories, you're fasting and or eating healthy food. As far as you can tell, you're doing everything right. But no matter which spot you're in, if you're here, you're probably not getting results. So in changing the way that you think, my goal is really for you to finally stop doing what doesn't work so that you can start doing what does work and get results that you want. So even if the initial result is just that you sleep better or that you have fewer cravings or that your energy improves a little bit, it's a good start, in my opinion. So my promise to you is this: I'm revealing the things that I've learned over the last 10 years as a holistic nutritionist and working with hundreds of men, also working on my own health. And I'm going to show you exactly why your past attempts at weight loss haven't worked and what the internal problem is that's keeping you stuck. Then I'm going to show you what you need to do to lose weight for the last time so you can get off the diet roller coaster and feel healthy, be lean and energetic for the rest of your life. So that's really the goal, obviously. So just a couple examples of what's possible. Obviously, the internet's flooded with videos and pictures of like incredible weight loss transformation. So I'm not going to bore you with a ton of photos of my own clients, but I just do want you to know that it's possible to get long-term results. If you put my advice into practice, you will definitely get results. I have clients who've lost 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 30 pounds, 20 pounds. But really, the beautiful thing about my approach is that no matter where you're starting from, no matter what your goal is, the core strategies are exactly the same, and they all address the internal problem or the root cause that has gotten you to where you are now. It's not some crazy diet. You can lose weight and still feel great while you're doing it. You won't be hungry. You'll sleep better. You'll have more energy. You won't have to count calories, which is one of the most important things. And you don't have to kill yourself at the gym. And you just really need to be consistent over time. So these are the three types of people that I usually work with. You can sort of pick now which category you fall into. We'll just do this quickly. Number one, just put it in the comments. Are you counting or restricting calories? So you count calories, restrict calories, and reduce portion sizes. And then when you stop dieting, you tend to gain all the weight back. You're in a consistent battle with weight loss, losing, gaining it back, trying new diets all the time. So if that's you, put one in the chat, whether you're watching the replay or if you're here live. Number two is you're fasting and eating healthy food. Uh, Maybe you're not fasting, but you're doing one of those two things. You have limited your eating window to between 4 and 8 hours. You eat healthy food. You've lost some weight, but you're worried that you're not doing it right. And your weight loss is either just stuck, hasn't ever gone anywhere, or you lost a little bit and then it's stopped. Now you stop moving. So if that's you, that's a two. And number three, you're doing everything right. You eat clean, healthy food, you exercise multiple times a week, you do some intermittent fasting, but the scale will not budge. So those are basically the three things. David is the guy who inspired me to start working with men in the first place. He's my very close friend. And he was in the doing everything right category. He was eating clean, healthy food. He was having steel cut oats for breakfast with no sugar. He was walking, hiking, doing yoga. And as you can see in the picture on the left, in 2019, he he was starting to develop a lot of belly fat and extra weight on his chest. Hey, Greg, thanks for coming. Yeah, so he was in the everything right category. So you can be doing everything, quote unquote, right, and you can still be in this kind of position. So let's go quickly over some of the symptoms that you guys are experiencing, and then I'm going to tell you the physiological problem that's responsible for all of them and what you can do about it. So what most men are experiencing, your belly is getting bigger or staying the same every year. You're not sleeping well. You have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. Your energy is not what it used to be, and you feel tired all of the time. You see yourself in a picture and you can't believe that it's you. It makes you unhappy. Cravings are haunting you and you just can't seem to break free. You feel bloated and you have more aches and pains. Your clothes feel tight and uncomfortable. Your blood tests show normal, but you feel anything but normal. Everything you knew or you thought you knew about controlling your weight isn't working. And this is incredibly frustrating because you've been told to just eat less and exercise more, but it just doesn't work. And maybe it worked when you were younger, but it's not working anymore. So let's dive in. What is the internal problem that causes belly fat? So I'm going to just preface this. It's not sexy or exciting. The root cause of your belly fat is actually unbalanced blood sugar. Your belly fat is a symptom of you having unbalanced blood sugar. Having cravings all the time is a symptom of unbalanced blood sugar. Having low energy is a symptom of having unbalanced blood sugar. And not being able to lose weight no matter what you do is a symptom of unbalanced blood sugar. Hi, Rob. Thanks for joining. So, unbalanced blood sugar is the cause of your stubborn belly fat. It's why you got it in the first place, and it is why you cannot get rid of it. Okay. Like I said, it's not sexy. It's just a physiological thing that happens and that's causing this trouble for you. So here is why you have unbalanced blood sugar. Um, just pay close attention because we're going to get into really what you're doing wrong, what you're doing to cause unbalanced blood sugar, and how you can fix it. So, I like to talk about, the things that you're doing wrong as brake pedals because a lot of the reason why you're not able to lose weight is because you guys are unknowingly doing things that are causing your blood sugar to be all over the place. And when your blood sugar isn't stable, your hormones are out of whack, your metabolism's messed up, and inflammation is high in your body. And if you've watched any of my previous training videos, you know that the three things that are keeping your weight stuck are imbalanced hormones, a messed up metabolism, and inflammation. So what I want to do is actually, I want to show you what you need to stop doing. And I'm going to call these things that you need to stop doing brake pedals because I can show you what you need to start doing. And those would be called gas pedals. But if you still have your foot on the brake and I show you all of the things that you should be doing, you're not going to go anywhere. So, brake pedal number one is restricting calories. So one of the things that you are probably doing to cause your blood sugar to be unbalanced and your weight loss efforts to fall apart is that you're operating with the outdated belief that eating less or putting yourself into a caloric deficit will let you lose weight and keep it off, or that every calorie is equal, that it's just calories in and then calories out. All of the diets that people tell me they've tried have one thing in common, and that's that they all restrict calories. So I hate to say it, but guys, it just does not work. Okay. I know that's what your doctor's going to tell you. That's what everybody's going to tell you. Excuse me. But it doesn't work. Um, if it did, if restricting calories did work, then all of you would be out enjoying life with great energy and without your belly fat just by keeping your calories under a certain number every day, which I know you guys know is miserable. I know you guys have all tried dieting and you've all, restricted your calories. But eating half of the calories that your body needs to function properly is not going to make you feel good. It is not going to help you lose weight and keep it off long term. It might work at the beginning. It is not going to last. And there are multiple components that have to come together for you to lose weight and feel great. It's just not as simple as starving yourself. And the three things that need to happen is that you need to balance your hormones, you need to sort your metabolism out, and you need to reduce inflammation. And to do those things, you need to balance your blood sugar. So when I say that the internal problem that causes belly fat is your blood sugar and unbalanced blood sugar is what causes all of the other problems and hormonal imbalances that are going to keep your weight stuck. So you've probably seen this before if you've watched my trainings. What's blocking you from losing your weight? Imbalanced hormones, messed up metabolism, and increased inflammation. And all of those things are caused by unbalanced blood sugar. So the main reason my clients lose weight and keep it off for good is because they learn what to eat, how to eat, and when to eat to balance their blood sugar. There's no calorie counting, there's no complicated diet, there's no killing yourself at the gym, no cravings, no starving themselves. It's just proper nutrition from simple whole foods you can find at the grocery store. So, you need to understand that. So look at this example. um, and I'll show you a chart after I'm done this because it might be easier to understand on a chart. But if you skip a meal, you restrict calories or carbs or exercise on an empty stomach, your blood sugar drops. And when your blood sugar drops, your body burns muscle, it holds on to fat, your energy crashes, and cravings increase. So let's look at it on a chart. Um, if you're on your phone, you may have trouble seeing this chart because it's so small. So if you want a PDF copy of the chart, just comment chart, and I'll send it over to you after the training. But this will explain a lot of things. So if you're watching on a computer, you can probably see it okay. But if you're on your phone, just put chart in the comments and I'll send it to you after we're done. So basically, if you look here down on the bottom, if you skip a meal, you restrict your calories or carbs, or you exercise on an empty stomach, your blood sugar is going to drop, and then your body burns muscle and holds on to fat. Energy crashes and cravings increase. So this chart, where you want to be is in the middle, which is stable blood sugar. Okay. And I want to show you this. This is from one of my clients. These are his stats over the last almost a month now. And this is really what you want your weight loss to look like. This is healthy, sustainable weight loss. So as a man in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you really want to maintain muscle mass when you're losing weight. And if you restrict calories too much, like you just saw in that chart, you will not be able to maintain your muscle mass, and you'll lose, you will lose fat, but you will also lose muscle. So give me a yes in the comments if you're beginning to understand that to lose weight properly, you need to stop restricting calories and you need to maintain muscle mass. And that if you starve yourself, this is not possible. So, please put a one in the comment or a yes if you're understanding that one of the most important things you need to do as an older man, if you're trying to lose weight, is to maintain muscle mass while you're doing it. And the beautiful thing is that what I teach my clients allows them to lose weight and maintain muscle mass at the same time. So you can see here, if you look at this chart, this is the weight going down from 225 to 200, and this person's only 5'5", so, this is a very significant weight loss. But you can look here, the fat percentage has gone from 30 or 34.3 down to 31. And this column over here on the right is muscle mass, and the muscle mass has increased about 1%. It doesn't have to increase while you're losing weight. The most concerning thing for me is that it drops. So if it drops, then we have a problem. If you're losing weight the way that I show you how to lose weight, you don't need a fancy scale that tells you all this stuff. I know for a fact that you will not be losing muscle. So I'm not sure if you can see it at the bottom here. But my client wrote here, that they even indulged in some ice cream cake on the weekend and a couple slices of pizza. So, like I said, the strategies that I teach are not super rigid. It's not a diet where once in a while you can't have a couple slices of pizza, you can't have cake at somebody's birthday. It's a strategy that can really fit into your life long term. Okay, and if anyone has any questions too, please feel free to put them in the comments. And you're also always welcome to, send them in Messenger if they're private, or, you know, if you want to get on a Zoom call, no problem. You can always just comment more info and I'll connect with you after I'm done the training. So brake pedal number two, the thing that you're doing wrong, the second thing is not paying attention to what, when, and how you eat. So, how food is combined together, as well as the timing of when you eat, is key to keeping your blood sugar balanced. If you do not pay attention to what, when, and how you are eating, it does not matter how many calories you eat or don't eat. Your weight is not going to budge, or it is going to keep going up and down all of the time. So, we'll take another example. If you're not paying attention to what, how, and when you eat, your blood sugar is going to spike. And when your blood sugar spikes, your body stores sugar as fat. So, this is an example of what happens when you're just counting calories and you're not paying attention to what, how, and when you eat. So, for example, if your doctor tells you, or somebody says, okay, you're on this diet, you have to stay under 1,200 calories a day or 1,800 calories a day, but they don't tell you what that's supposed to look like. You could be having, two slices of toast for breakfast, uh, a banana, and a sandwich for lunch, and then something else for dinner, and just counting the calories and staying under your calorie count. But if you're not paying attention to what, how, and when, then you're going to have problems. Your blood sugar is going to spike. Okay. And it's going to spike because you're unknowingly combining foods that make the problem worse. Okay, so here's this blood sugar chart again. Like I said, if you want to copy, just put chart in the comments. But at the top here, where you do not want to be, this is where your body is going to store fat. You eat too many calories or carbs per meal, or you combine foods in an improper way, your blood sugar is going to spike, and then your body will store that sugar as fat. Okay, so it's really, really important to combine foods in a way that prevents your blood sugar from spiking. And you can do that by making sure that your meals or your snacks or whatever you're eating have a healthy carb, protein, fiber, and a healthy fat. And when you do that, you can stay in this zone in the middle where your blood sugar will stay stable. Okay, so what's going on here? Yeah, okay, let's dive into just a quick example. But for example, this is Dan, and he was age 59. His blood sugar was unbalanced. And really, the problem is when your blood sugar is really unbalanced for a long period of time, you develop diabetes. So Dan had developed type 2 diabetes. His cravings were out of control. He had low energy. You know, he was unhappy in his body, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, carrying around an extra 100 pounds. He was also working as a miner, so he was living 2 weeks at camp and 2 weeks at home. So that was making it very difficult for him to make the right choices. So, which one sounds easier? Dan was trying to lose weight on his own. He was trying diet after diet. He was calorie counting. He was doing caloric restriction. He tried keto. He was losing a little bit of weight, then he was gaining it back. He was struggling with type 2 diabetes and cravings. But basically, the underlying issue was that he had unbalanced blood sugar. Um, and, let's compare that to following a simple proven method. So, Dan never actually even followed a meal plan. I tried to make him, but he didn't. He never followed a meal plan. He learned what, how, and when to eat to balance his blood sugar. He didn't calorie count. There was no complicated meal plan or diet. He didn't go to the gym. He just didn't have the time or the energy because his energy was so low. Um, he was working 2 weeks of very long hours, 90 hours a week for 2 weeks out of every month. So he couldn't starve himself. Like, dieting wasn't really an option. He needed to eat so that he could have energy to work. He didn't have cravings. And what he did really was just learned how to feed himself properly with simple whole foods he found at the grocery store and simple foods that he could find in the kitchen at the mining camp. So, like I said, he never followed a meal plan. He had a very hectic work schedule. He just learned how to eat properly to balance his blood sugar. So let's move on now to brake pedal number 3. I'm just going to get a drink of water. So brake pedal number 3, and what I see guys doing all the time is that they're trying the same strategies over and over again, expecting different results. So a new diet is not going to fix unbalanced blood sugar. You can try every new diet on the market. It's not going to fix unbalanced blood sugar. So there's not really a lot for me to teach you on this one. Basically, just stop doing what you're doing if it's not working. If you're fasting for 20 hours a day and not losing weight, or you feel like crap doing that, stop. And if you're restricting your calories and going to the gym and you're exhausted and the scale is not moving, stop. What you're doing is not working because it's not addressing the fact that your blood sugar is not balanced. So if you have that extra weight and you cannot get rid of it, or you're gaining weight, the reason is because your blood sugar is not balanced. And you'd actually probably be surprised to know how many people I get on calls with who will argue with me that counting calories or restricting calories, is the only way they've ever been able to lose weight, even though they've tried diet after diet and maybe gotten results, but they're back to square one again. And this is really how I'm different from other weight loss coaches and programs. I'm not going to give you a strict diet to follow. You're not going to be counting calories. You will not be weighing your food. You'll not have to drag your butt to the gym 6 days a week. But I really just help my clients deal with the internal problem that has caused their belly fat in the first place. Yes, I will make you a meal plan. I make my clients all a meal plan and help you figure out how you can fit my strategies into your life. But you do not need to follow a strict, restrictive, calorie restricted diet to get lasting weight loss. And in fact, doing that is not getting you guys the results that you want. Otherwise, you would not be here. So just don't do it. The results that my clients get are really the proof in the pudding. And if you ask any of them, they're going to tell you that besides a few sticking points, they really have a lot of freedom to eat as they please. If they want to have dessert once in a while, if they want to have a little bit of pasta, they can. Okay. And the last brake pedal, and you guys really have to stop doing this. Stop using strategies that don't put your health first. You really need to ask yourself how feeding yourself half the calories your body needs is good for you. There's really an easy way for you to know if whatever strategies you have used or are using now put your health first. If you feel like crap doing whatever you're doing right now to try and lose weight, whatever you're doing does not put your health first. And if you're using an approach that puts your health first, you will feel better and you will lose weight. But the first thing that's going to happen is that you are going to feel better. You'll have more energy. You will sleep better. Your aches and pains will be less. Your cravings will go away, and the list goes on. So if you're doing an approach, a weight loss approach that puts your health first, you should feel better. Okay, so if you're dieting right now and you have intense cravings, if you're still not losing weight, if you're constantly hungry, if you're tired, if you're getting poor quality sleep, you're stressed, the fat won't go away, you've got loss of muscle strength, you're tired or fatigued after you're eating, you have aches and pains, it probably means whatever you're doing is not putting your health first. So make sure whatever you're doing is putting your health first. Okay, so the solution to unbalanced blood sugar. So after working with hundreds of older men to help them lose weight and regain their health, I have realized um, that there are three main elements to getting results. Okay, it really comes down to these three things. You've got to stop doing the things we just talked about, but you need to start doing these things, these three things. Now, the first one sounds pretty simple, but you'd be surprised at how many people do not do this. A lot of people rely on searching on the internet. They rely on suggestions from their friends. They rely on whatever they think is best or what worked for them in the past when they were younger. And they're just more or less guessing. And the reality is that all of the information you get from the internet, your friends, maybe even your doctor, actually, or from your past experience is not relevant to you as a man in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I can say this because I'm an expert in men's nutrition and weight loss, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that almost all of the information out there is not going to give you the results that you want. You need to use proven strategies that put your health and your nutrition first. And all of the diet programs out there are not putting your health and nutrition first. Not all of them, I shouldn't say all of them, but many, many, many. So the second thing you really need to focus on is your nutrition and your blood sugar. Carbs, protein, and fat are all important. So if you're eliminating one of these food groups, you need to stop and rethink what you're doing. And the third element is to feel great while you're losing weight. And this one can be tricky because a lot of you probably believe that to lose weight, you have to suffer to some degree. You can put a one in the comments if you feel like losing weight or going on a diet is supposed to be painful. Just say yes in the comments. I know that most people think there's like, oh, this is going to be terrible. You're just like trudging along with your head down. But really, you should be able to feel great while you're losing weight. If you're putting your health first, then that's exactly how you will feel. And if you think that you need help with this, definitely stick around till the end. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my program, the Belly Fat Fix, and I've got a good offer because my birthday is on June 3rd, and I'm going to give everybody else a present. Anyway, so step one, let's talk about it a bit more. Eliminate as much guessing as possible. So, oops, here we go. So, how are you coming up with the strategies that you're using to try and lose weight? You need to answer this question. Everything is obviously on the internet. Like if I wanted to replace a transmission in my car, I could probably not I could probably I could find the information on the internet and figure out how to do it on YouTube by typing in the make and the model of my car. But even with all of the information, it's highly unlikely that I'm not going to mess it up or that it's going to take me multiple tries because I'm not a mechanic. I'm a nutritionist who specializes in nutrition for older men. And I'm guessing that you guys also have your own profession. I'm not sure what all of you do. You can write it in the comments if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. But if you're a police officer, then you're going to be, an expert at that. And if you're a miner, you're going to be an expert at mining. And if you're a marketing manager, you're going to be an expert at that. And I don't know anything about that, but I do know a lot about nutrition. So sort of unlike me trying to fix my car using the internet, if you're trying to lose weight, you really don't have the luxury of typing in, your specific make and model into Google. Typing in weight loss for men over 40 is really not going to give you the specific instructions that you need to lose weight and keep it off. I know this. I've tried Googling that. It's not it's not going to give you the right information. It's going to give you so much information to sift through. It's going to tell you you should be fasting for 20 hours. It's going to tell you that you should become a vegan. It's going to tell you that you should do all kinds of crazy things. But the reality is that the internet is not going to analyze your eating habits, the foods you don't like, how well you can cook, how many diets you've been on in the past, or how messed up your metabolism is. And most importantly, really, is the weight loss strategy that you are deciding to use sustainable and can you use it for life? Because if you go on a diet and it's not sustainable, it's great that you lost weight on this diet, but if you go off the diet and you want to eat normal food again, you're going to gain all the weight back. So, the strategies that I use with my clients are tried and tested. They work hands down. If you've tried different diets, fasting, etc., and they didn't work for you, then you actually have done some testing as well. You guys know exactly what doesn't work, and I know what does because I work with guys like you every day and I help them get the results that they want. So, step number two is that you really need to focus on balancing your blood sugar. And tonight, this is obviously the topic of conversation. Your blood sugar and the fact that it's unbalanced is what is causing you to not only gain weight, but to be stuck with the weight that you have. So, make sure that you ask yourself if the approach that you're using is keeping your blood sugar balanced all day long. It's really, really important. So let's talk a little bit about blood sugar. Blood sugar is the key to losing weight, 100%. Okay. The key to lasting weight loss is balanced blood sugar. And not only for weight loss, I'll just add this in, it's also really important for your overall health. It's important to have optimal health as you age. Having balanced blood sugar is going to keep your insulin levels low. Your insulin levels being low is going to prevent chronic illness. It's going to prevent inflammation in your body. It's going to keep you healthy for a long time. So you really, really need to focus on balancing your blood sugar. And the key to balancing your blood sugar is food. It's the only way you can balance your blood sugar is by what you eat. So blood sugar is regulated by the foods you choose to eat. Food that your 40, 50, or 60-year-old body, male body, sorry, needs. And you can balance your blood sugar and regulate your blood sugar by changing what, how, and when you eat food in a long-term eating approach. It has to be long term. It has to be an eating approach that you can carry on for the rest of your life and not a diet. Men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s must eat to balance their blood sugar, not eat less, not exercise more, not diet. Okay. And the building blocks of what you eat to balance your blood sugar are obviously, I'm a holistic nutritionist, so I believe in whole foods. You need to eat whole foods, it's important. And, those whole foods are going to contain protein, fat, and carbs. And you can see protein digests slowly. They're the building blocks for muscle. They're full of amino acids and they increase, your metabolism or help your metabolism function better. Fats digest slowly as well. They're fatty acids. They're the most nutrient dense food and they have very little effect on blood sugar. And carbs are, I mean, you've all heard carbs are no good, this and that. They digest really quickly. Glucose is quick fuel. It's a preferred source of energy for the body. So you have to be careful about how you eat carbs. The foods you choose to eat are absolutely essential. Fiber-rich foods are good. They help balance blood sugar. But foods that you choose that balance blood sugar are really important because um, balanced blood sugar will trigger fat loss versus fat storage by controlling the levels of insulin in your body. And it'll also balance hormones like insulin, glucagon, leptin, ghrelin, and cortisol. And all those hormones work together to trigger fat loss. So here's another little chart about how food affects blood sugar. So it'll show you here, you can see this green line. That is a carbohydrate. So on the bottom are hours after eating. So if you eat, for example, carbohydrates on their own, this is what your blood sugar is going to do. It's going to spike very high and then crash back down again. If you eat protein, it goes up less. And then the solid red line on the bottom is fat, such as avocado, butter, nuts, olive oil. So you can see that all have different levels of spiking your blood sugar. The whole goal is to combine these three things, combine the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fat together. And when you combine them together, you'll get a lower curve around here. And when you do that, your blood sugar stays very stable and you are able to lose fat. Okay. So, what you need for lasting weight loss as a man in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you need to change how, when, and what you eat. And you can influence how your body responds to food and balance your blood sugar by doing that. So I'll repeat that. By changing how, when, and what you eat, you can influence how your body responds to food and balance your blood sugar. When you do this, the weight will start coming off and staying off. Okay, and step 3 is to feel great while you're losing weight. And that's where I come in. So if you're watching right now and you're not interested in working with me or you're not interested in learning about the program that I offer, or if you're already one of my clients, because I think a couple of you guys are on here tonight, you're welcome to jump off. But I'm going to talk a little bit about how my program is going to help you not only balance your blood sugar, but feel great while you're losing weight and getting your health back. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Trina Rise. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist. I have been since 2014. And I work exclusively with men over 40. And I started working with men over 40 after I watched my friend David, that you saw at the beginning, struggle with weight loss. And he was doing everything right, quote unquote. And I really worked with him to figure out why doing everything right wasn't working. So today I specialize in just working with men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, which is great because I love you guys. So the program that I offer is called the Belly Fat Fix. It is a 12-week program. And inside of this program, the main thing that I am doing with you is helping you learn how to balance your blood sugar so that you can have, not only weight loss, but awesome health. And you'll learn how to lose, maintain, and control your blood sugar and your hormones so that you can unlock the stubborn fat. And then your body will start burning your existing body fat versus storing it. You'll also learn how to eat to conquer cravings without willpower. You'll be able to enjoy consistent energy throughout the day and never feel hungry. It will relieve inflammation and aches and pains, improve your overall health and wellness from the inside out. Learn what to eat to maintain your lean muscle mass as you age, which, as we talked about earlier, is the most important thing when you're trying to lose weight as an older man. You do not want to put your muscle mass in jeopardy. It's not worth it. You will learn how food and lifestyle choices can help you maintain healthy levels of testosterone as you age. So if you've watched any of my trainings before, you may have heard me say that when you're carrying this extra weight around your midsection, it causes your testosterone to drop because your belly fat actually releases this enzyme that turns your testosterone into estrogen. So as you start losing your belly fat, you will have higher levels of testosterone. And my program has nothing to do with counting calories. There's no starving yourself. Um, there's, no crazy workouts, no need to spend hours in the kitchen. You can just use food that you find in the grocery store. It's whole food based. It's easy. I've got guys who don't cook at all, who don't know how to cook, who've never used their stove, who are getting fantastic results. You can still eat healthy whole food without, being a master chef or wanting to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And it really takes, it does take a good 3 months of consistently eating in the way that I teach you, consistently eating to balance your blood sugar, um, before your body really gets back into balance. So that's why the program is longer. It is 12 weeks. I really get you to rip off the Band-Aid and stop doing all of the things that are not working. The way that you know that you're getting there is that these symptoms here start to shift and you start seeing improvements. So, if you have things like cravings, if you're not sleeping well, these things can start to shift very quickly. If you watch the interview that I put up in the group this week, one of my clients, Mike, he, started sleeping after not sleeping for pretty much his whole life, not sleeping well. After 2 weeks, was sleeping like a baby, and it continues to do so every single night. So you may not start losing weight right away. It's definitely not a quick fix, but you will start seeing things like increased energy and sleeping better, and you might feel stronger. Your cravings will start going away. That's a big one that my clients see go away right away. Cravings go away extremely quickly when you're eating in a way that balances your blood sugar. So really by the end of the 3rd month, usually people are losing between 15 and 25 pounds, or if you're in Australia, New Zealand, 8 to 13 kilograms. That is standard. Everybody's different. It's not really rocket science, it's just biology. So you just need to really realize that what you learned in the past, eat less, exercise more, doesn't work when you're an older man. It really just doesn't. So I just want to make an announcement. I'm going to have a promotion and I'll put more information in the group, and I'll also email. But it's my birthday on June 3rd, and I'm half Dutch and half Polish. And my Dutch grandmother always used to take all of us. There were a lot of us. I think there were about 20 of us, grandkids and family members. She'd take us all out for a meal at a restaurant on her birthday. So I'm sort of just paying it forward. She's no longer with us, but it's my birthday on June 3rd. So until my birthday, June 3rd, I'm offering for you to get 2 months extra in the belly fat fix program on me. So that's 5 months, 5 months total. It's normally 12 weeks, which is 3 months. This is 5 months. So that'll bring you up to the end of October. If you if you sell me your soul for 5 months, I promise you I will get you weight loss results. No, I'm just kidding. But if you do join me for 5 months, there's almost 0% chance that hello, John. You missed it. It's almost over. Anyway, you'll get 2 months extra on the Belly Fat Fix program for free. So, and 30% off. So the regular price of the Belly Fat Fix program is 14.97 Canadian, which is 1,090 USD. So actually, this promotion is like a birthday gift to Americans as well, because the Canadian dollar is so miserable. Okay, John, thanks for dropping in. Um, anyway, let me continue on. So, oh shoot. Yeah, so it's 9.98 Canadian with the 30% off. And that comes out to $726 USD. So like I said, this is kind of like a birthday present. If you're American right now and you're buying something Canadian, it is a birthday present because the Canadian dollar is so shitty right now. So, yes, so for 5 months inside of, my program, it would be $726 USD as a one-time payment, or, 265, over 3 months you'd pay. Otherwise, if, none of those payment plans work for you and you're interested, if you're really interested, just reach out to me, and, I can also, make a payment plan that works for you. That's no problem. So, I just wanna say as well, these are the reasons that you might not want to work with me. It's really not like this program is not for everybody. This is a program that it's very, you have to be serious about taking control of your health. So, I mean, if you don't want to take personal responsibility for your health or your success, it's not for you. If you're looking for a quick fix and you're not interested in your overall health, it's also not for you. Um, I was just saying hi to John. He's just coming to the end of the program, and we had to have a lot of talks about, that it's normal, that it's not happening quickly. It's really, I have to tell my clients all the time, like, you've messed your body up, or you've not treated your body well for I don't know how many years. If you're 60, maybe it's been 30 years, maybe it's been 10 or 20 years. You cannot expect to lose weight and start, feeling fantastic after a week or 2 weeks. And I think this is the problem with conventional dieting methods. You want to lose 30 or 40 pounds in a month or two. It's just not sustainable. So if you're looking for a quick fix, I'm not your girl or woman. I shouldn't say girl. I'm not a girl anymore because I'm turning 44 on my birthday. Anyway, if you're not conquering, or you're not committed to conquering your weight gain for good, not for you. If you don't have an open mind that allows you to see new ways of doing things, you don't prioritize your health. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan and you're unwilling to change your eating habits, I'm not going to be a good fit for you, because, time after time, I really see men thrive eating animal protein, so that is part of my strategy. Dan saying, "TR, you helped change my life." Ah, you changed your own life, Dan. It takes a lot of hard work to really commit to doing a program like this and to taking control of your health. So, yeah, if this sounds like you, then this program might actually be a really great fit for you. If you're ready to stop doing all the things that don't work, if you want a proven method that works, if you know that the road to success is straighter when you have support. I put isn't there, but it is straighter when you have support. So if you know that you need support, and you know that if you have support that things are going to go a lot better, then this is definitely for you. If you're committed, if you want a complete approach, if you're coachable, if you want support and accountability, and if you're done with getting short-term results. And I just want to say, that, like, we'll go back to the cost. 5 months, for this price, you are going to have me in your back pocket, basically, for those 5 months. Like, any questions you have, if you're at the grocery store and you don't know what to buy, if you're not sure about what you're going to eat for lunch, you have access to me, via Messenger. You have access to me via email. You have access to me in a private Facebook group where you can ask me anything, anytime. If you need to book a phone call with me, if you need to book a Zoom because you're confused or because you're not getting the results you want, I'm going to be there. And that's the biggest benefit of this program, is that not only am I going to give you very simple step-by-step instructions on what you need to do to get the results that you want, but that I'm going to be there for you in whatever capacity you need. If you need me to hold your hand, I'm going to hold your hand. If you need me to check in with you 3 times a week, I will do that. And you've got 3 one-on-one sessions with me. Um, you have group coaching calls with a bunch of awesome guys, once a week for an hour and a half, and me. And you just really get all of the support and accountability that you need, and all of the information that you need to get results. And like I said, if you don't cook, it's fine. Or if you've got a family, we'll work together to find out how this can work for you long term. Okay, so that's the real benefit of this program. Yeah, so that's everything included, but I just went over that. So if you're interested in talking to me about the program, you're welcome to book a Zoom. I've opened up a bunch of time tomorrow. If you're in New Zealand or Australia, your Saturday morning, I'll still be working because I'm working my Friday evening. So that works as well. If you just want to get on a Zoom call with me and you just want to get some clarity about why you can't lose weight, about the things that you can start doing, that's fine too. You do not have to want to work with me for me to help you. I can sit down with you and I can make you a strategy. I can write it out, I'll send it to you in Messenger or via email, a step-by-step strategy of the things that you can do to get started on your own if you don't want to work with me. It's really I'm driven really by a passion to help you guys really take control of your health and get out of this rut. If you're in a rut and you just really want to get your health back, it's really my mission in life to help you do that. So if you want help and you don't want to work with me, please still book a Zoom call. I'm easy to talk to. And I'm, no judgment ever on anything. So, and no pressure either to buy. So please, if you want to talk to an expert about what's going on with your health and your nutrition, just send me a note and I'll happily get on a Zoom call or a phone call with you, no problem. And that's it. I can't see the time. Oh, I only went 50 minutes. It's like a miracle that I didn't carry on longer. So thank you so much. I'm going to, maybe I should drop actually um, the link to book a call in the comments, and I'll also put it in the post as well. I'll do that now. And then also, if you're wanting to book a Zoom call and you don't see anything in my calendar, please just reach out to me. You can reach out to me via Messenger. You can put a comment in here. I'll put my email, I'll put ways to contact me at the top of this post. So you can always, contact me in different ways. And I'm happy to accommodate you. We can try to find a time that works. I know everyone's in a different time zone, so that kind of makes things difficult. So we still got 10 minutes for until the hour's up. So does anyone have um, any questions? If you do, I can answer them now. And if nobody has any questions, then we can hop off and everybody can enjoy the rest of their evening or morning. Okay, well, I don't see anyone asking any questions, so I guess we'll get off. And if you do have questions, just send me a message, like I said, or you can, if you're watching the replay, comment or put questions while you're watching, and I will get a notification from Facebook and I will answer them for you. Okay, so it's been a pleasure. I hope everybody got something out of it, out of the presentation tonight. Um, that's it. I'm going to sign off. So everyone have a good night. Thanks for coming.